Hello, everyone. Please, good evening, and I hope you are doing well.
Good evening. Please, I'm fine.
Okay, please. So, you're all welcome to Golden Ladies training course on development. My name is Israel, and I'll be your instructor for this course. And I want to use the opportunity to apologize for not meeting with you on Monday. I had an emergency to attend, so I couldn't meet you. So, I'm sorry for that. And I hope you've pardoned me already. Okay, so today our course is on web development, and I hope that each of us here has an expectation and what you want to achieve at the end of the course. So I would like to give the opportunity to some of you to share with us what your expectation is throughout this course. So you can raise your hand if you want to share with us. Is anyone ready to share with us? Miss Flora, please can you share with us your expectation?
Okay, my expectation is to know how to develop a website on my own and other things concerning the website development.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you for sharing with us. Miss Gloria, please, if you can hear me, can you share with us what you're expecting throughout this course?
Okay, so my expectation is to know more about web development and also how to develop a
All right,
website.
thank you. I'll take the last person. Uh, Miss Sewa, please, if you can hear me, can you share with us? Miss Sewa, please, can you hear me? Miss Judith, please share with us what you want to achieve at the end of this training. Yeah, hello, you can speak.
Okay, so my expectation is that at the end of the program, I'll be able to develop a website
All right,
for my business
all right, thank you for
activities. Thank you.
sharing. And just as we all shared with us, and I know that each of you also have the same expectation throughout this course. And we are hoping that throughout this month, we'll be able to cover what we need to cover throughout this course. So we are going to focus more on HTML and CSS for now. So that is the two technologies that we are going to learn during our training course for this month. Okay. So throughout the month, so this will be our course outline. So you will be introduced to web development and you build your knowledge in HTML, that is hypertext markup language, the basics. Then we also have some fundamental knowledge in cascading style sheets CSS. Then we move on to some advanced concepts in HTML and CSS. Then we will be building a simple project so that we'll implement all the knowledge that we learned in the previous section. So that it will be a practical section. Then after that, we are going to be introduced to version control, and in this course we focus on Git, so that is what we'll be using. Then finally, we will have a project, so we'll build a website on your own. So you'll build a website on your own, then a presentation will be done on what you've done. So this will be the course outline throughout this training course. So introduction to web development. Yeah, some few people have shared their expectation, and all of you share that at the end you want to build a website. All of us have been using a website almost all our time. So when you want to search something, you go to Google and you make your research. You have been using Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp, and many more websites that you visited. So sometimes you go to the website to watch movies like the YouTube or the Netflix. So these are some of the technologies or the applications of the knowledge we will learn in web development. So at the end of the course, you will be able to build something like that. Yes, you'll be able to build something like that. And this course is going to be a beginner. It's going to be a beginner friendly course. So you don't need to have knowledge in this course. So whatever knowledge you have, whether you've uh, not been introduced to web development, this course is for you. So we'll start everything from scratch. So what is web development? So these are some websites that have been built. So Facebook, just as we know, this is a chat application. So this is a Jumia web page, so where you can order things, then you receive them. Then there is a blogging site for you. So these are some of the websites that we have.
Hi. Sorry, sharing a screen or we are just listening.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you sharing your screen? We
Sharing
can't
a
see your
we are
screen.
just
Yeah, I was sharing. So thank you for alerting me. Please, can you all see my screen? All right. So sorry for not sharing. I thought I was sharing screen. All right. So let me go over what I said. Okay. So this is the outline, just as I said earlier. So this is what we'll be going throughout the course. Then we want to look at what web development is. What web development is. So it's just creating or building a website. So creating and building a website, just as you're expecting. And it is any applications that works on the internet. So everything that works on the internet, that you go there, you search something, or you do whatever you want to do over there. is a website. So you go there for information, whether it's you want to read news or other things. So they are all on the internet. So anything on the internet can be termed as a website. Alright, so in web development, we have what we call the web design. So you need to design the user interface. So just as when you look at Facebook, for example, so you need to build you need to design the web page yourself. So at the end of the course, you're able to design a web page. So how you arrange, you position your items, maybe the pictures, buttons, and icons and other things. So becomes part of what the web design. So you design it to suit how you want it, and when you are designing, you focus more on the users. So if the design is not attractive, yeah, it will scare the users away, and your applications, you won't get you won't get a target. So when you are designing is very key when it comes to web development. Okay, so then there's a web publishing. So you publish or you deploy your app on the internet, so you can host them somewhere on the internet. Then you also have to program everything yourself. So this is going to be something that you start from the beginning. So you start everything from the beginning. So this is all about web development. So a screenshot of the Jumia website. So you can have, if you have any idea to build an e-commerce application for yourself, you can build something like this to sell your goods, to make some money. If you want to blog, you can blog. You can create a blogging site for yourself, whether you want to blog news or any other things. Maybe you can write poems, but you want to put it on the internet, you can build a site for that. So any idea that you have can be put on the internet. All right. So when we look at web development, so there are various classifications or aspects of it that are very key. So all aspects are very key over here. So we have the front end development, we have the back end development, and also the full stack development. So all these classifications are very important. So either you master one, or you can also do the both. But in this course, we focus, what we are going to learn is part of the front end development. So you are going to build your knowledge and skills in front end development. So the front end development is the user, where the user interacts with your website. So where the clients interact with the website. So how the website looks, the designing, how you arrange, you lay out the app forms part of what? The front end. So what the user will see forms part of what? The front end. So anything that the user will see when you go to Facebook, Snapchat, Google, any platform or any site that you visit. So how you see the things, how you interact with the application forms part of what? The front end. So if you want to be a front end developer, then means that you need to build your knowledge in that aspect. So that is it. So some of the technologies that we use in the front end web developments are HTML, CSS, you have JavaScript, and many others. So these are some of them. So the HTML, CSS, there are some frameworks that can help you style your application so easily. JavaScript also have other libraries and frameworks that are very useful. So these are some of the technologies for the front-end web development. Please, if you can't hear me or if you have a question, alert me. So the next one is the back-end development, which is the server side of the application. So that aspect of the application cannot be seen or by the user. So the user cannot directly interact with it. So it is something that is done behind. And it's the server. So where we get our request from and stuff. So the backend is or the server. So if you make any request, the backend needs to provide you with whatever that you want. Do you get it? So that is the server. So it's just like when you create an account on Facebook. So the account, your details get stored in the server, and anytime you want to make any changes to your name, maybe you want to edit, maybe you want to delete your account, maybe you want to post something. So the server takes control of all those aspects. So it has the database which will store our data. So you need something that can store every information that we will need. So that will be stored in what? The database. Then we have the APIs. So these are helps us to make requests. So when you search something on Google, so you expect to what? Get a feedback. So you expect to what? Get what you want. So when you make the request, so when the user on the front end type something in the search bar and send it or submit it, so the API just like a channel, so which communicates with what? The front end and the back end. So it will send the request to what? The server, and the server will what? Will get you what you want. Then through the API, you get what you want, so that the user will what? Be happy about the application. So the back end is also very, very important. It's also very, very important. And some of the technologies that you can use for the back end development is PHP, Java, we have Python, Node.js, and many others. So we have Golang and C Sharp and others. So these are some technologies that will help you with your back end development. So if you want to focus on the back end, then you need to learn at least one of the technologies here. So you don't need to learn all of them. So you can learn the ones that you want to learn, then you are able to go. Okay, so I want us to look at the relationship or some comparison between the front end versus the back end. So I just put this image there to create an idea in your mind. So when you look at the front end, for example, so you could see maybe a restaurant and things have been arranged properly. So the chairs, the meal has been served well. Everything is beautiful, right? So when you are developing the front end, then you need to have this kind of picture in your mind, because over here when it comes, and even if you are not hungry, because of how they've arranged the place, then you get hungry and you would like to eat. So that is it. So when you are developing the front end, you should have that kind of mind that you want to make it beautiful as this, so that if any user uh, visits your application or your site, the person should stay. So how you make it nice, how you make it beautiful, attractive, interactive. When the person clicks a button, he should get the response that he wants. So this should come in mind. So everything should be done well. So from the design to everything you should be able to work with that. And the back end, as we see at the top, and so you could see people are preparing it. And you see here, we don't focus on the beauty, because the user will never see what is at the back. So means that the beauty is not the focus, but you must well create something that works. So if the meals are not prepared well, when you serve it to them, you will lose customers. And so you need to cook the food well, so that when the people consume your meal, they would always want to come. Do you get it? So at the back end, we don't focus on beauty, but we need to write functions, APIs, rules that will work. When the user at the front and make any request, the person should get what he or she wants. So if the user is making a post, so if the person create a post and he submits, the thing is not working, it becomes some way. So we should have that mind. So we should have that in mind. So both the back end and the front end are very, very important over here. Then there is an aspect that is full stack development. Full stack development. So the full stack development is you working on both the front end and the back end. So maybe because you don't have some funds, you can't hire a back-end developer, you want to do both for yourself, then you cannot go into a full stack development. So with that, you learn both technologies in the front end and the back end. So it means that you are going to create everything yourself. So everything to make your website works yourself. But if you want one, maybe you want to be a front end developer, you can focus on that alone. And if you want to be the back end developer, you can focus on that alone. But if you have the time and you can learn both, it's good. So if the application you are building is not that complex and doesn't need more hands, then you cannot do go into full stack development. Alright, so every aspect that you would choose is very, very important. So every aspect is very, very important. Alright, so let's look at, so in building your website, so you need to plan. So when you have the idea, oh, I want to build an e-commerce platform, I want to do this, I want to do that, you have to plan. So how you go about it, define the purpose, why are you building the website, and whom are you building for? Are they kids, adults, youths? So you should know. So your target audience, show them, so that there are some things that attract children. So whenever you go to a site that are meant for children, you see how it looks. Sometimes you see cartoons in it, so you see that. So you should define it. Then you design, so how you want it to look, where you want to place your navigation bar, your sidebar, your footer, and other ones must come into the design. So you design it, that, and when you're designing it, you have to focus on the various devices. So you have to focus on various devices. So you need to, when you're building it, focus on your desktop, big screen, maybe mobile phones. All this comes into the design. Then you move on to the development, the frameworks or the technologies that you will use. So over here we are learning HTML and CSS. So you will use that in the front end, and in the back end, you if you want to go into the back end, you can use any of the technologies other than Node.js, Python, Java, and others. So you also build those parts. Then you test to see that every functionality is working. So everything is working before you you deploy it, you launch your application. And after you launch, at times you like to make some changes, you like to do some maintenance, uh, include some things. So these are the process that you can take to when you want to build your site. All right. So what do we need uh, when you want to start this course? So all that you need is your PC. So you need a computer. So whether you're using a Windows, Mac OS, or Linux, so you need to get a PC. Right? You need to get a PC that is working. Then you would have to install a text editor. So just like when you want to create a document, you can use the Word, Microsoft Word, and others. So the same way when you want to create a website, you will need text editors or integrated development environment. So some are VS Code, we have the Sublime Text, Notepad++, others. But the ones that we are going to use is the Visual Studio Code, VS Code. So this is the text editor that we will use. So this is the link to the site. So, and I would like all of us to, if you have not installed this on your PC, then we would have to do that now. Then you also need a browser. You also need a browser to run your site. So you want to display what you've done, you need a browser, either Google Chrome or Firefox or any others. But these two are recommended. So now we want to install the editor now. Then we go through the editor, then familiarize with some of the things you need to know. All right. All right. So I'm sharing the. So I'm sharing the link to the website in the to download the VS Code in the message or in the chat session. So you can just click it and you install it. Please, how many of us have installed it already?
Please, we were asked to install it yesterday, so I'm sure we've
Oh, okay.
all done that.
All right. So if you have already installed it, please let's launch the editor. So we are launching the editor. So please do that now. Hello.
I want to know if we'll get the slide you just used.
You would like to get a slice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Sure. Yeah, we can share it. So after the course, you get it. All right. So I've launched mine already. Okay. So this is the editor we are using, VS Code, and I would like us to download some extension that will help us in when we start the coding. All right, so I'd like you to install. So click on the, if you have launched it already, click on the extension on the far left. So the bar on your left. So there is this extension that the pointer is on. So you click on that, then you search. So just enter live server. So the live server will help us preview our site in without refreshing your browsers. And so any changes that you make will easily be seen in the browser. So install the live server. And so just install the live server. So when you are done, let me know. Are you okay? Please, have you installed the live server? So install that extension in the VS Code. Okay, so by now I'm sure we've all that. Okay, so let's go. So this is, so you have started that is all. If you have to do any other installation, I'll tell you later. Okay, so let's go to our, maybe you can do that on your desktop. So you create a, let's all create a folder, and so you create a folder and name it web dev. So just like this. So create a folder and name it web dev. So this is where we are going to create our site. So everything that we will need for our site will be done in this folder. So please create that now. So just create a folder on your desktop. Okay. Then go to, so click the file on the top bar of, then come here, add folder to workspace. So you want to add a folder that you created on the workspace. So when you click it, it will take you to a directory where you can select the folder. So we created it on the desktop. So please just go to the desktop.
Please hold
Hello.
on. Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. Israel. Yes. It's like you are running like Usain Bolt, and I'm running like a baby. Can you please take your time on this side? Because I'm getting confused because I don't know. You said we should, and we are watching it. You are sharing it. You're doing it on the side. So if you don't relax for
All
us,
right, please, sure.
we might
All
make
right. Saying that
mistakes.
after you launch the
Thank you very much.
editor, so let's all go to the left side of data, so that the bar there, so that you can see that there's an extension icon, so where the pointer is, so you click on that. So when you click on that, so there's a search bar or search inputs there, where you can type what you want to install. So here we want to install the live server, so you just enter live server, and this is what is the one that we are installing. So live server, so by with weekday, so this is what we are installing. So you can install that. So when you are done, you let me know. So I'll give you a minute or two to do that. Please, Miss Pearl, please, do you want to ask something, or do you want a clarification something?
Yes, my network was bad, so I didn't get what you said, like for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry for that. So, but have you installed the VS Code editor?
Uh, I didn't hear anything, like it went off, so I didn't know if what you asked me. So
Okay, so I was saying that we would need an editor where we can code whatever we want to code. So, and we are using Visual Studio. So let me resend the link, so that if you have not downloaded, you can use a link to download it.
okay, the link will be sent in the group or
I've sent it to. There's a chat section in there in what you are using now, so you can look at that, download it. So just click on it. It will take you to
oh,
the site. So just click on it.
um,
Is that got? So
what's the chat section?
okay, you let me send it to the WhatsApp page. I hope you're there.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I've shared the link to the page. So you click on it and install the one that you are using. So if you're using Windows, you install this one. If you're using Mac OS, you install this, and any other OS that you are using. So you just download this one.
At the moment I'm using my phone, but then my laptop is a Chromebook. So which one do I go for?
You are using Chromebook. Okay. Then you after the session, you contact me. Is how you get me.
Please come again.
I'm saying that after the session, just DM and we'll talk on that. Since you're with your phone now, so you can't download the VS Code on phone. So please, you when we are done with the session, let me know. Just message me and we'll do something about that. All right, so let's go to
Okay.
the test editor. Please, I hope you have all installed the
All
VS
right.
Code
Okay. Thank you.
and the extension, the live server extension. Please, have you done that? I need your response to continue.
Hello.
I'm saying, have you installed the extension already?
Hello. No, please. I can't really see where to get any info because my
Oh,
network is
sorry.
on fast. So
But is any other person having challenges?
Okay, Mr. Israel, please allow
Okay,
me to chip in a minute. For instance, yesterday, unless a number of people went online, but for your instance, yesterday we were told to download this. And I think we brought it onto the WhatsApp page to make things easier for us all. Else, we would delay in this course and might not be able to cover up because he has a limited time to teach us, as well as a deadline for the date. Else, we might not benefit enough. So, for this to help all of us, if you see on the page that maybe you've been asked to download something, try and download it ahead. If you don't know how to go about it, sorry, a call came through. These days, we all have what do we call it? AI at our disposal. If you're not even registered on ChatGPT, GPT, Gemini, and all things, you have access to the Meta AI. You just ask AI, like the lady who said she uses Chromebook. Okay, you just ask AI how to download our studio on Chromebook step by step for beginners, and it will give you details one by one. It might even help you more than what do we call it? Maybe the tutor, because the tutor knows that he has time frame that he has to cover up for things, so he might run. And imagine we are about 20 people on this page now. Imagine, let's say 11 people get it, or even 8 people get it, 12 people don't get it. Then he has to go and say even with the network issue, we're facing the same issues on when we were having the WordPress. It's impossible to always say that because of network, because one person not getting the network, there has to repeat everything. First help us. If we want to do IT, then let's learn using things like using AI to help us at our disposal. It will be a good thing. And then, Mr. Israel, to make things easier for you as well, let's say if you know tomorrow, maybe we'll be covering up for things we'll be downloading from the editor, like get prettier, download prettier, it makes you do this and this. Maybe you can just name them. Then those who will do the research will do it and make it easier for you. So that's a little I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate. All right, thank you. All right, so players, as you've heard, so let's all do our best so that we can all go through this training successfully. And so if you know you are facing any challenge, and so find a way to address it. We are also around and challenge you are facing.
I think for today, a number of people have their hands. A number of people have their hands raised up. So maybe you sacrifice the rest of the time to listen to their worries, address it, then we can over the next one.
Yeah,
People
sure.
still have their hands raised up. So
Okay, let me. I can see Pearl. Okay, Pearl has already spoken. Please, do you have anything to say? Miss Pearl, please, do you have anything to say? Or you're okay for now?
Okay.
All right, okay.
yeah, Philomena's hands is as well.
All right, Philo, please, can you unmute again? Say what you have.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Ira.
Hello, good evening.
I want to say something later. I think we are two different groups here. To my notice, those of us from the WordPress group, we have our own group, and another group which some of us are not in. So some of the things that we posted in yesterday, and even the one you are posting now, some people on the page are not in that group. So you can talk to Sir Claude about that and then see what best you can do about it.
All right, please, thank you. Please, Ada. Okay, so I think uh, no one is ready to speak again. So let's continue with what we are doing. All right, so we've all gone through the introduction to web development for today. So I think we will be ending our session for today. And so please, let's all do well. If you have not installed the necessary softwares and extensions, please let's kindly do that today, tomorrow, so that in our next session, which is on Friday, so we will be introduced to HTML. So that is all for today. So if you are facing any challenge with anything at all concerning this training, please kindly let us know so that we can help you and address such. So once again, thank you for making it to today's session, and we are hoping that Friday we can cover the basis of HTML and we continue from that. So if you don't have anything to ask, if you don't have any clarification, I think that we can end our session for today. So, but I want to give a last chance if you have anything to ask, if you need any clarification, then you let us know.
Hi. I want to find out, is the class supposed to be 1 hour?
Yes, that's what was scheduled. Yeah, so I think 6 to 7 p.m. So that was what was scheduled. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was 8 on. Yeah.
Okay. By today, I think we are
Okay.
done with the introduction. So if we are to um, go extra, we will do that next time. I think Miss Ruth, please, do you have anything?
Ruth still
Yes.
has her
Was she the
hands
one who
up.
spoke?
No,
Okay.
that was
So
me.
please, Miss Ruth, unmute yourself and
Hello,
yeah, good
hello, good
evening,
evening.
please.
I want to find out if the time can be rescheduled to 7 p.m. for because some of us are workers and we have to rush to the house to join
Okay,
the meeting.
so okay, well noted. So I will discuss with Mr. Claude about that. So if we have to take it to 7, we will do that. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so thank you all for joining this session. So we bring today's session to an end. So have a good evening and a good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye.